Hello and welcome to day 26. Whoop whoop. And as I promised yesterday, we're gonna do some drawing. So here I have a random construction line person. And basically I'm going to try and draw a body. Let's see how it goes, because I'm not very good at drawing bodies. So let's see if I can do this right. So I'm sort of using shapes that I've learnt sort of work in terms of bodies, and then I'm gonna see if I can get these to, you know, make something. At the moment I'm not gonna do the hands, just gonna do this. Hopefully, oh my god, I've made a very buff person at the moment. Oh god, I'm not, it seems like I've done the shoulders a bit high, I feel, or something, I'm not sure. Ugh. Right. That goes like that, and then that's all. Yeah. There's always a little bump here because that's your calf, and that's what calves do. So far, if we get rid of the construction lines, it looks like something. Oh god. So if we go, sort of get some curvies in there, like that. Sure, why not? Getting ahead. That's really rough. But we're just doing a really rough thing. I feel like I've done the shoulders too high up and rigid, because when you're relaxed your shoulders actually go down a bit and that sort of thing, so I'm gonna edit that. Let's look at that. Yeah, see, that looks a lot more relaxed and a lot more human in a way. Let's add some. Oh god, let's add the feet. Oh, sort of. So feet are sort of like that in a way. Yeah, that's a bit weird in terms of feet. But if you're doing like shoes, that's sort of how they go. They sort of do that, and then you have the shoe bit actually here. And that's actually kind of like that sort of thing. Yeah. Let's see what that looks like. It doesn't look too bad, to be honest. With the construction lines helping, still working with that. I think these would go more up here. Would be more like that, in a way. Tip for people. Tip for people so that they know body sort of thing. So the distance from here to here should be the same distance from here to here. That's how it should be, which is this is more or less. And then the this distance going from here to here should also be the same as the distance from the leg to the knee sort of bit, and then the knee to the foot. Those should be the same distances. Otherwise, it's not going to be in proportion. Unless you want it to be out of proportion, sort of thing. If you're making a cartoon or something, you tend to exaggerate different things, so they'll look different. So, right, we now got this guy. He has no hands, but that's fine. At the moment we don't need hands, or shall we add hands? Shall I add hands? I'll add hands, shall I? Right, I'll add some sort of hands. Let's go for sort of a nice... I'll just do a mitten for now. No real details too much. There we go. Yeah, it looks, the arms sort of look like they're too long, but that's actually sort of where your arms are. If you stand up and you sort of leave your arms down, you'll find that your hand basically reaches down halfway your thigh, which is this one is sort of doing that. Right, so let's now draw on top of this one and actually do some more in a way detail, sort of getting that final body shape. I think the head may be a bit too short, so I might move that up a bit. Sort of have the head coming in here. Like that. And so we have a muscle there, which is sort of a shoulder, and then you have sort of your bicep coming in. Then we have your forearm. You sort of have that sort of in there, and then that like that. And then that comes in to the hand. And then we'll do the same on this side. Which I love to try and get the same things happening. And that sort of goes in like that. Move into the forearm. Let's see what that looks like. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's quite, the forearm is a bit off, I think, because the shape is off. Because your forearm's more like a sort of triangle, sort of, yeah, it's more like that. That's more like your forearm. So let's try and redo this forearm, shall we? So get it so that it's more in and then out, sort of on this side. See what that looks like. Yeah, so the arm's looking a lot better now. Although it's still looking a bit weird. So I might put it in a bit. Get rid of that. Do that. Well, that's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. Right. Now let's try and do these legs. So they sort of come in, big thighs, and then you've got your knee a little bit, because your knee sort of does a little innie bit from the side in a way, and then this sort of just goes straight into there. And then you've got nice big thigh. That definitely has innie bit. Then that sort of comes in, does that. See what that looks like? Yeah, it's not too bad. It looks a bit weird, I have to say. Yeah, it looks a bit weird, but it's not the worst I've done. I think. See, at the moment I'm sort of looking between the two things, sort of checking what it looks like without the things. What I'm noticing is I've sort of done the right leg a lot bigger than the left leg, so I need to edit it a bit. So if we have this bit coming in, and then the knee that's better. It's still sort of bigger on one side than it is the other, but it's not too bad. And then you sort of have your foot does that. That's beautiful. So I'm sort of I'm trying to learn from experience and sort of trying it differently every time, sort of thing. The feet are, yeah, Symmetry, not my best suit, sort of thing, as you can easily see. One side is a lot different to the other. If we, like, let's say I cut this half, so that's one person, and then there's the other person. So if I cut the half, I can see that the two different sides I've done are almost two different people. So my right hand side is much more chunky, whilst my left hand side is not. So what I might do, just to show you some things that you can do, if you're not good at sort of symmetry like me, duplicate a layer, that's half of your thing. Then you can edit, transform, and we're just gonna flip this horizontally. And then we're just gonna move it. So yeah, we can take this person and then we can do that. And then now I've got a much more, I've got a weird creepy smile happening, but oh god. I've got a much more, better proportionate person. Like the person looks like they belong to, each leg and arm belongs to the same person. And then we can do this to the chunky guy as well. We can make a chunky one and a non-chunky one. But this is just a quick thing that you can do if you aren't good with sort of people, in terms of doing people's symmetrical sort of thing. There we go. So we got, we can then just merge these. So yeah, we've now got a chunky person who's a bit more muscular and a sort of more lean, sort of like that. So what I might do is move this person. There you go. So you can see the different side by side. There's definitely a difference there, isn't there? Which is quite interesting, you know? Sort of seeing how, depending on how I'm drawing people, you get different people just by doing that. Should we give them a body though? Because they haven't got one yet. The problem with me moving that character, the body is going to be a bit hard without the construction line, but I can just duplicate the layer and then do that. So his sort of arm is more out now, so we'll have to give him sort of more of a chunk here. Let me see how. I think what I've done again. Yeah, I've done one side different again. Why do I keep doing that? No. Whatever. Right. So that's sort of one person. Let's do the other. And let me just take my construction lines, move them to about where they were on this. You can even see that with my construction lines I've drawn a different person on the right. So what I needed to do in the beginning is actually get the construction lines the right sort of way, and then this bit would have been quicker and easier. Again, I've weirdly done one side different. Why do I keep doing that? Oh, I literally can't get the sides the same, which is great. Well, right. There you go. Two different bodies. I have done that. So yeah, that was my practice for today. I'm actually quite happy with how this turned out. It's turned out better than other things, I have to say. Probably what will be harder is to do more dynamic poses, so I might try that tomorrow. And I'll use more reference images for that one. I'll probably use a reference image to get the construction lines and then go on from that. I don't know why, but every time I keep looking at the left character, I see alien, and that's all I see. So I might take these characters and make them into something later on, I don't know. But yeah, this has been my drawing for today. Thank you for joining me, and as always, bye!